Good morning, friends, and welcome back to the channel. This is Project Life 2023, and I had a question a few weeks back about how do I handle holidays or big events while doing my Project Life. And my suggestion is, if you've got enough photos, make a whole page about it. And that was the case for me for Halloween. So I even had so many that I'm going to need to do a flip up here. I don't want to show you the picture underneath because it's one of the kids in my class. So we did Disney villains this year. And we always go big for Halloween at work. So I thought it'd be really fun just to dedicate a whole page to it. So I am using what is left, and there's not much left, paper-wise anyway, of my Hey Pumpkin collection. I still have a lot of stickers and a lot of the paper embellishments because I feel like most of this collection was geared towards scrapbooking, so a lot of the pieces are quite large. So I'm going to attempt to use a couple of things, but as you can see, I don't have a whole lot of room. So I also grabbed a couple of other little, these are actually dollar store stickers. And I may or may not use these, but I was thinking for like the little bats, those are pretty cute. And there's some purple in a lot of my photos. And I don't think there's purple in the collection. So I just kind of grabbed a couple of things. We may or may not use them. We'll see. So yeah, I will put you on fast forward while I get embellishing. So I'll apologize in advance for my still croaky voice. The last day I posted videos was Monday of this week, and I sounded horrible. I sound a lot better now, but I'm still a little bit raspy, so apologies for that. So as you can see here, I'm just pulling out some of the like words and things. This layout is crazy busy, but that's okay. Like I said, I have a lot of photos, so I find that when you've got a very photo heavy layout like this, it tends to look busy very quickly just because, you know, all the different colors in people's clothes. And for us, there's a lot of blue in the background from the lockers at our school. So I just embraced the chaos. And now I'm adding to it. I didn't actually do any journaling because I felt like I didn't really need to. I may put people's names on the back of the photos in this album. Just because there are some staff members that aren't permanent to our school and I don't want to forget their names years down the road. So yeah, I'm just putting some little bits and pieces here. I don't end up using many of the tiny words on that very small black sheet. I'm kind of going more with the cardstock stickers from the collection here. And as you can see, I still have a lot of the ephemera pieces and a lot of the chipboard. You're going to see here in a moment, I end up taking the 31 from the chipboard embellishments, and I actually peel a lot of the layers off just because I don't want to make the album too chunky. And that's a really good tip if you've got embellishments that you want to include, but you don't want to add bulk to your album. Another really neat way to cut back on the bulk in your album would be to use all double-sided papers for all of your cards, and then just whatever's on the back of the cards, use that. I'm not there yet. That requires a level of planning that I'm not there. So, and I don't want to limit myself. Yeah, this is where I pull off the 31 and I stick it down, but then I'm like, ooh, very thick. So I'll pull it back up and then peel basically everything but the top layer of the chipboard off. I should probably go through and get some more silver. I'm looking at the layout now and it needs a little bit more silver embellishments. Yeah, there's not really a whole lot to say here. This video took maybe 13 minutes, and off camera, of course, I do what I always do. I printed off my photos and trimmed them down, and I stuck all of them down. There are 2 cards there, the one with the green mirror and the one that I actually glued the number 31 on, that were just made up of scraps. So I took just a piece of plain white cardstock for the background and used the little scrappy bits that I had left to kind of pull a card together. But the rest of it is from the Hey Pumpkin collection, as I said at the beginning, which is a very old crepe paper collection now. And I'm working my way through it, but wow, I bought a lot. And I used most of my 12 by 12 papers back when I did my exchange group for Facebook, and we did like Halloween pockets and mailers and that kind of thing. So a lot of what I'm left with now are literally scraps that are too small to use for a 4x6 or a 3x4 card. I think I've got maybe 2 full-size 6x8 papers. So yeah, if I do a Halloween layout next year, it'll probably be a lot of black and white and orange and yellow cardstock. Just putting down some sprinkly bits, and it looks like I will be back to you here live in just a moment. Alrighty, October 31st, which fell within week 44, all done. So something else that you can consider doing if you end up with like a special event like this, and it's something I've done before, is instead of using a full page, you can just cut one of your normal pocket pages right in the middle. Just make sure you cut on the right side of the seam, and then you can just do a tip in. So basically, if I didn't want to devote a whole 12 by 12 page to this, I could have just done this and then flipped it over. There are a couple of other options too, of course. Like I've seen people stitch right here and then be able to fold this piece over. And so it ends up being like a 9 by 12 with a little peaky page. And then, of course, there's also this option, which I used for this one. I had like what would essentially have amounted to 2 extra pictures. So you can use these little Snap Studio pocket flips. And these are available through scrapbook.com and a lot of other online scrapbooking stores. So you've got options, but don't not include events like this in your project life, especially if you're like me and we went big for Halloween and I had enough to fill out a whole layout. So this will be just in sequence with the rest of my pages. And then on the back side, I will be doing my actual week 44, which won't have any Halloween photos included in it because this, of course, was all one day. All right, friends, as always, thanks for coming to hang out with me, and I will see you next video. Bye for now.